let's get going. First of all, welcome to Delwood. We're going to have a little putting clinic here today with you guys. Tell me a little bit about yourself and tell me your name.
My name is Ryan Cinco.
Okay.
I'm a terrible short putter, I would say. Not a bad
Are you a
line
golfer?
putter.
Okay. So how long have you been playing golf, Ryan?
Probably since I was like 10, but never very serious.
Okay. So things for today you want to work on in the putting area or the putting clinic that we have today. A couple things you want to work on.
Consistently making like 4-foot and in putts.
Okay. Perfect. Next.
I'm Elise Cinco. I've been playing golf since I was probably about 7, but had to stop for a long time, playing very consistently because I had kids. I think the hardest thing for my putting is, speed, distance, accuracy.
Okay, so there's a few things that we want to work on while we're here.
No,
Perfect.
but leg putts, especially long putts, are pretty hard.
Okay.
Reading greens, everything.
All right. So we got Ryan and Elise, and our last is.
I'm Monica Ritchie, and I would definitely say I'm a beginner golfer.
Okay.
So really just need to learn how to read putts, definitely help with speed and all of it.
Okay. So Monica, Elise, and Ryan, guys, welcome again. We're first going to get started off here. We have a few putting drills around the green that we're going to go to. With that, I'm going to have you guys work on those stations. I'll come around to each of those stations with you guys. As I said, there's 4 stations that are out here, so I'll go to those stations with you guys. So the first station that we have on the far side of the putting green is our ladder drill. There's 3 balls. There's actually 4 tees. There's 3 balls that are over there. Our goal is to make 2 out of 3 from that station. Once you make that 2 out of 3, I want you to jump back to the next one. All right? Consistently try to make 2 out of 3, and once you make 2 out of 3 from there, jump back to the next one. And see if we can get somebody to finish all the way for those 4 tees for the ladder drill. Our second station on the far side of the putting green is going to be all 3-footers. There's a couple balls over there. I just want you to hit 1 ball from each of those tees and make it, and see if you can get all the way around, making all of them in a row. So that's the goal at that one, is to go make every single one the whole way through. Our third station that we got here is about a 20-footer. There's a ball from each. I want you to be able to have 2 putt from these stations. So we have a tee located here, tee located on the far right side, and a tee back behind us. So our goal is to get through that and see how many times you can go through it that we 2-putt. All right, so try to 2-putt each of those. Our last station is going to be a lag drill from about 35 feet where we're going to lag those in. Like I said, just 2-putt those, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys, so again, Ryan, Elise, and Monica, let's break up into a station. You can kind of go to your own one, and then we'll work from there. All right, guys, well, welcome back. Thanks for coming back again. I really appreciate it. How'd the week go for you guys? Did we get out, play at all? Any chipping, putting? I know we had worked on putting. We're working on chipping this week. Did we get to the putting green and do any of those drills that we worked on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What drills did we work on?
The circle drill for me.
Okay.
It's key.
I know we had talked about that last time about working on that circle drill. I'm glad you got to that and worked on that.
I've been working on all of them.
You've been working on all of them? Okay, good.
The ladder drill.
The ladder drill?
alignment, Yeah.
Okay. And everything's going well with all that. Is there any questions from last week that you thought about when coming back to this one? Is there anything, other questions that we asked? Any questions, lag putts or anything? I know we had talked about that. The drill, or not even the drill, but the visualization around the hole, I think is really important. So hopefully that worked out for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So this week, our second week of what we're going to be working on is chipping. I had you guys bring a few different clubs. We're going to work on some different chip lengths. Anything from your sand wedge to your pitching wedge to your 7 or 8 iron that you have in your hand. I think most everybody has anything up to a 9 iron, so we'll work on that. We're going to work on everything kind of a little close, that the pin is a little close to us and not a lot of green. Anything to where we think the pin is going to be a little far and we got a lot of green to work with. Is there any questions on that? Okay, so we'll get started here. I'll do a little demonstration and we'll get started.
know. I'm a really am a beginner with this, and I've never had lessons or anything.
It's fine.
Start from the
It's fine.
beginning when you do your demonstration.
I'm going to. I'm gonna
Okay.
start. I'm gonna
Like,
start right from the beginning.
Good, because I want to know.
I will.
Yeah.
I was just guessing.
Well, my first lesson was just the other day. So
Mine too.
it's helpful. Yeah.
All right, guys, so starting with the demonstration of what we're going to be doing here, we're going to be utilizing a bunch of clubs in our bag. What I currently have here, and I'll just do the demonstration with that, is the 54 degree. This is going to help me, first of all, pop the ball onto the green and let the ball run. First, what we'll start off with is the setting up to it. I know everybody here understands a little bit of how to set up to the golf ball, but we'll kind of go through some basics just to give everybody a heads up of what we're going to be doing today. First thing we're going to talk about is kind of placement of the golf ball where we want the golf ball. Want to make sure that the golf ball is not too far back. If we have the golf ball a little too far back, I know we're going to de-loft it a little bit. I know Lisa and I had this conversation previous to our clinic. She had asked me, a little bit about chipping and everything of kind of where the ball needs to go. So I know Lisa, her and I have covered this already, but it's kind of a refresher for everybody. Want to make sure that when we're doing this chipping is we get the golf ball kind of off our front left foot. Reason for that, this is just going to help us just sweep the grass. All right? So we're just basically sweeping the grass, letting the golf ball get in its way. All right?
So if I don't have a 54 degree, what do I use?
That's fine. This is just 54 degree. There's so many different types of clubs. There's like a sand wedge. This is in between kind of a sand wedge and a pitching wedge. People just have different type of gaps that they need to fill. So pretend that this is like a pitching wedge. So if I were to hit this shot, pretend that I'm using kind of a pitching wedge of what it is.
Okay.
I know Ryan in his bag looks like he's got a 60 degree, a 54, and a 46 in his bag. Okay, and then you have a sand wedge, pitching wedge, 9 iron. So it's just a little bit different makeup of what everything is going to be used.
So this would be a pitching wedge.
So a pitching wedge, yep. So if we're kind of looking at this, we have a little bit of green to cover and or a little bit of rough to cover and some green to cover. So this is kind of just using like a pitching wedge or sand wedge, popping the ball onto the green and letting the ball run towards the hole. All right. So as I said, ball towards the front of our foot. We're gonna take our normal grip. So interlock, overlap, baseball grip, whatever you guys use. I know we'll cover a little bit more of the grip when we get into the full swing with drivers, irons, and woods. We'll get a little bit more into the grip, but right now, just use your normal grip, and I can kind of critique it to make it fit kind of how both of you and I would want it to be. All right? So normal grip, ball a little bit off the front of our foot. We want to feel like we have a little bit more weight on the front of our foot, not hanging back so much or pushing too far forward. So ball a little bit off the front of the foot, and from here, all we're doing is we're just swinging this club and letting the ball get in the way and brushing the grass. All right? So setting up to it, same spot, aiming at that hole here, and just chipping it on. Okay? Notice the one thing that I did was I accelerated through. We want to make sure that when we do this, we're not bringing the golf ball or the golf club too far back and decelerating through. All right? Either the ball is going to go right here or the ball is going to go too far. Okay? So again, as I said, ball at the front of our foot, back, and through. All right? So let's break up into little areas. Is there any questions on that so far? Any questions? Okay?
So this is if you have like an in the middle, the pin's not too close, not too far.
Yep. Yeah, this is kind of just in the middle, about the same amount of green of rough that I have to get it to, and amount of green. So if I were to move back, or if I were to move forward, I don't have a lot of rough to cover here, but I also have a little bit amount of green I need to cover there. Okay? And the same thing is if I move back farther here, I have a little bit more rough that I have to cover and not as much green. So maybe from here I would go to like a sandwich or something and utilize. All right, guys. Again, thanks for coming out tonight. What we're going to be doing tonight with drivers, we're going to have 2 different stalls here. The first one on the far end is going to help with the ball position. So when we get down there, it's going to show you kind of ball position. as you can see it here, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on getting the golf ball off of our left front foot with our drivers. All right? So we're going to hit balls at each station for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then we'll kind of switch and go back and forth and ask any questions as we go through it. Second station that we have here is a wedge drill that we call it. How this wedge drill works is you're going to put your back right foot on the board, as so, and you're going to take practice swings. I want you to take 5 practice swings, and then you're just going to step to the side and hit 5 balls. Go back to this, the wedge drill, swing through. What this helps do is get the weight through. Okay? So any questions on any of them? So as I said, the far 2 stations, and we can just break up wherever you want to go. Far stations are the ball position, ball's off the left front foot. The second 2 stations over here is the wedge drill. So 5 swings, then we're going to hit 5 golf balls. All right? Go. Let's break up. Go ahead. Thanks again. Golf season's over in Minnesota, so we decided we're going to hit it at the Dome. Again, this is Thanksgiving weekend, so it's a lot. Since we've seen each other last night, anybody played any golf? Hit balls or done anything? Okay.
I think just once.
Just once? Do the drivers feel better that we were working on getting through and everything? So we're going to kind of bring some of that, of what we did last time with the drivers to this. So I know our big focus with irons is going to be hitting down at the golf ball and hitting through the golf ball. That'll be extremely important for Monica, is to get through the golf ball and hit down at the golf ball. So the 2 drills that we have today, the first drill is going to be a railroad drill, as we call it. So as I can demonstrate,
Just let me move this over. I'm just gonna. Is the still going? Is it going? It is.
all right, so as the first drill, as I can show you guys here, is going to get you guys, is to get your club path going down this line here. All right, so we're going to focus on getting our club to finish down the line and everything. The second drill that we're going to do with you guys is our impact. So I want you to take a ball. We're not going to hit it. So we're going to set up to it and everything. We're going to bring the club back and feel like we're going to hit the golf ball and have this feeling of where our impact is at the dress. So I'll face you guys and do this. So as we're setting up, bring it back and add impact. So I want you just to do that 3 times. Feel that impact here, and then from there, we're going to hit the ball. All right, so again, those 2 drills are that impact drill. The second drill is putting the ball in the middle of these sticks, getting our club face to go down this line as much as possible. All right, so let's break up and we'll do those and we'll work on those 2 drills.